Professional Parts People can help you find the right Superstar battery for your vehicle and budget. Make sure your vehicle is ready for summer driving by getting your battery tested for free today at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all of your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more Straight Talk. Let's take a moment to appreciate our sweet children, loving grandparents, and eternal soulmates. Now let's use them to save money on wireless. Because with the Straight Talk Silver Plan, you get 4 lines for just $25 a month with unlimited data and no contracts. So add those human pawns, loved ones, and save money. Thanks, kids. They're finally worth it. Straight Talk Wireless, available at Walmart.
Get 4 lines on Silver Unlimited for $25 per line per month, plus taxes and fees. For data management practices and additional terms, visit straighttalk.com.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you can save an average of $889 per year. Hi, I'm State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer, and I'm ready to help you combine your home and auto and save in Greenville, North Carolina. Call 493-0002 today to get started on your personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
It's a summer inventory clear out at Bostic Sugg Furniture. It's that time of year when Bostic Sugg must move a huge selection of inventory off the floor and out the door. And that means big savings for you. Take advantage of one-time price cuts of up to 70% off furniture and mattresses, canceled special orders, discounted floor items, odds and ends, and customer returns. Hurry, quantities are limited. And when they're gone for good during the summer inventory clear out at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
What's up there, Pirate Nation? Kyle Gaines here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Washington, North Carolina. Let me tell you about the sizzling deals going on this summer. We have 10% off all Jeep Compasses. That's right, 10% off MSRP on Jeep Compasses, including employee pricing on all Jeep Gladiators. That's right, employee pricing. So you're paying what the manufacturer's paying on Jeep Gladiators. Check us out at Washington Chrysler Dodge JeepRam.com in Washington, North Carolina. Drive a little, save a lot.
The Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party is back Thursday, August 31st at the State Theater in downtown Greenville with the chairman of the board.
You got me dangling on a string. Please don't let me drop.
Tickets are on sale right now for only $10. Go to pr927fm.com to purchase your advance tickets.
Give me just a little more time.
This year's party will honor and celebrate the life of the legendary voice of the Pirates, Jeff Charles, with 100% of all tickets donated to the new Jeff Charles Scholarship at East Carolina University.
Buzzer, game over. You can paint this one purple.
Carolina girl.
Arg, you ready for some football? Get your tickets now at pr927fm.com, and we'll see you Thursday, August 31st at the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, presented by Carolina Eagle Distributing.
Bud Light was brewed to be delicious and easy to drink beer, even when the little things in life are hard, like when your flight has no Wi-Fi, but no one can disturb you while you recline and enjoy a beer. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up a Bud Light at a local retailer today. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. This is Eastern Carolina's longest-running sports radio show. The Brian Bailey Show is on the air. The Brian Bailey Show is powered by Greenville Utilities and also brought to you by
The Angus Grill, Bostic Sugg, Bojangles, East Coast Grading, Gavigan Insurance, Greenville Auto World, Papa John's, Greenville Utility Company, Pepsi, The Rick House, Taft and Hagler, and Tiebreakers.
And now, here's Brian Bailey.
All right, happy Monday, everybody. Welcome into our show. Got a good one planned for you. Opening night for high school football is set for this Friday night, and we're going to preview the Big Carolina 3A, 4A conference. It's the biggest conference we have here in Eastern North Carolina. Will Bland, the head coach at Rose, will join us. Chris Cherry, who has switched from basketball to football at South Central, he'll join us. Bo Williams, the head coach at Jacksonville, scheduled to join us later on. Brent Wooten from Havelock the pick to win the Big Carolina 3A, 4A, and Nate Connor, the head coach at DH-Com. They all scheduled to join us coming up in this next hour. This is the Brian Bailey Show. Should be a good one as we get set. Opening night. It's going to be a hot one, right? Opening night for high school football. The season debut of Touchdown Friday set for this Friday night. Back talking some high school football. We'll touch on some other topics as well after this.
It's bow time. Chicken or biscuits? That's an impossible choice. How can you decide between Bojangles' perfectly crispy, boldly seasoned chicken or their fluffy, made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuits? Well, the good news is you don't have to. With a Cajun chicken filet biscuit, you get the best of both worlds. An all-white meat chicken breast marinated with a bold blend of seasonings and served up on a fluffy, golden buttermilk biscuit. When it comes to real-deal Southern flavor, there's no reason you can't have it all. Order a Cajun chicken filet biscuit today. It's bow time.
Your vehicle is a big part of your life. That's why you should trust the team at Greenville Auto World for all things automotive. Greenville Auto World is now under new ownership by the Cook Management Group, but still believes in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Tommy Cook and his team now have 5 dealerships in Eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. For sales or service, visit Greenville Auto World on Highway 43 or greenvilleautoworld.net. Pirates supporting pirates.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Bone. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier restaurant and bourbon authority. Jefferson's, Basil Hayden, Woodford Reserve, and a Midwinter Night's Dram are just a few of the incredible bourbon options. The Rick House features the very best steaks and fresh, made-from-scratch pastas. The Rick House can host your corporate event or special parties in the 3,000-square-foot banquet hall. Join the Rick House for Sunday brunch from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for the wine tastings on the last Friday of every month. The Rick House.
With over 30 locations across North Carolina and southeastern Virginia, Quality Equipment is your local John Deere dealer, where you'll find everything you need for your next project. Our complete lineup of John Deere lawn and garden, agricultural, and commercial worksite equipment comes with years of experience, expertise, and dedication. We know what it takes to get it done right. Stop by today or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
While you're sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that Eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
Pirate Radio.
We are not coming together to just be average. We want to build a program that will year in and year out compete for the American Athletic Conference Championship and compete nationally against any and everybody.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to The Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, providing reliable utility solutions to the Greenville region since 1905. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back to the show. A busy Monday. John Gilbert and Mike Houston and the coordinators have already spoken over at East Carolina. More on that on PRL coming up with Clip Rock and Company later on this afternoon. On my show today, we're talking high school football. Before we get to that, let's congratulate the Pitt County softball team that did such a great job in the Little League Softball World Series. To think about the things this team overcame, and we don't even know the whole story because I've coached girls before, and I know any youth team, boys or girls, but you have all kinds of things that happen. But this team didn't play very well in the state tournament. They rallied. They went down to Warner Robins, Georgia, and dominated the Southeast Regional. They came back up. They lost to the defending champs from Texas, but they rallied after that, won some close games. I mean, they captured the hearts of everyone in Eastern North Carolina, I'm sure, on a national stage, no less, on ESPN Plus and then ESPN2 and then on ABC. But they did a great job. Fell just short in winning the Little League World Series championship. But we want to congratulate those young ladies, the girls of summer, who did such a great job. So congratulations, ladies. You have nothing to hang your head about at all, finishing second in the Little League Softball World Series. Let's talk high school football. Opening night is set for Friday night. J.H. Rose and Will Bland joins us right now as the Rampants will play host to Wilmington, New Hanover coming up on Friday. Coach Bland, how's practice been?
It's been pretty good. It's hot right now, so we try to acclimate ourselves to the heat and try to do what we can or what we're allowed to this afternoon.
When you try to battle the heat like you do, I mean, it's a fine line because you have to push the guys, but you have to know when to get off the ropes per se. You got to know when to let up a little bit.
You do, and you got to be aware of them. You got to monitor and make sure that they got plenty of water. Make sure that they're not hyperventilating. Make sure the temperature is regulated because that's one of the dangerous parts because you can get somebody overheating and unfortunately in some of these sports cases, a lot of kids that get heating might suffer cardiac arrest or not which part, but might have ill effects to that. So we want to make sure we monitor our guys, make sure they're as healthy as possible, and then we can continue on practicing.
Last week was a week of scrimmages and jamborees. How did you guys fare?
I thought we did real great. I'm very pleased with how our offense and our defense performed on both those scrimmages. Being able to go out there and hit somebody else instead of hitting your own teammates is something exciting for the kids. So now we got all that behind us. Now we're ready to start the season and try to move forward and try to capture a state championship.
And you got a new defensive coordinator in Todd Leip, and here's a guy who was the defensive coordinator with the most successful Rose High run in the school's history. He was a head coach at J.H. Rose. He left there, had a stay at Aiden Grifton, but back with J.H. Rose. And with his experience, I would say that's a real plus.
It is. He does a lot of things different than a lot of deep coordinators. I was fortunate enough to be hired by him when he got his first head job here at Rose. So it just seemed like it was the right opportunity to repay the favor and get his expertise out here. So I think he's doing a great job. The kids have bought into it. The kids acknowledge him. They're learning from him. They're doing some of that, watching more films with him, and then getting out there and taking it out there to practice. So I thought that was a great hire for us. So I think our defense would be greatly improved.
Rampants were 8-4 last year, 4-2 in the Big Carolina 3A, 4A. What a conference this is, and we talk about it every summer. Talk about it during the season as well because it's so refreshing that every week, once you guys get into conference play, all the matchups are really big games.
They're right. I mean, you can't, not one team in our conference, you can be like, hey, we just going to go in there, beat them real bad, and put the twos in. You got to come out here and you got to play every game. And they're going to game plan for you. Mostly coaches are familiar with each other in this conference. And like you said, it's like the SEC. So if you can get out of this conference with a winning record, then you go battle tested in the playoffs.
You got a new quarterback in the transfer from Riverside, Jason Shepard. How has he come along? Because this is a little different. It's still football, but it's a different. From Riverside to Rose is a huge jump.
It is. He had to get acclimated to the speed of the game and are up here in this level. But he has adjusted to it. He's real good with his teammate. He comes in, he learns, he sits down, talks to me. what sets him apart from everybody else is that he's smart and he's understand. Once he got the offense down, he understands it. He knows how to line the kids up, his teammates up there, and get the best play result off the play that I call. So he's good at that aspect. So I think we'll have great plans with this guy going forward.
Is he a better passer or a better runner?
Both. That's the best thing about it. He can do it all. He's shifty. He's elusive. He can get stuff on the feet, but he's more so. If he scrambles, he's looking to throw the ball downfield, and that's what sets him apart from a lot of other kids. They'll take off whereas he's looking for his teammates to get the ball in their hands.
Yeah, I saw him in one of the highlights. I'm not sure which jamboree or scrimmage it was, but he scrambled out to his right a little bit and found it looked like a tight end or maybe a tall wide receiver in the back corner of the end zone. And I thought to myself, man, that's quite a weapon.
Yep, and that's one of other receiver, Quinn McCaffrey, that he found at West Craven. He was scrambling, rolled to the right, and instead of running, he just turned right a little bit and then fired it towards the end zone where he was wide open.
All right, talk about the opener a little bit. When we think of athletics down in Wilmington, New Hanover always comes to mind. How good is this New Hanover team?
Oh, they're very good. They returned seven of their starters on offense. So their offense is going to be really, really good. They use multiple formation. They try to attack you with their screen, a little bit of run game here. The quarterback is very athletic. He's a mobile guy, can run. I think the running back got hurt in the first scrimmage, so I don't know if he's going to play or not, but the backup is pretty good. So our defense got a day. Hands cut off worked out for him this week, but we do a lot of the same thing their offense do, so hopefully we can mimic that with our offense, so our defense can see a little bit of that. And on defense, they returned 2 guys, so they're very young in this defense area, so we're going to try to explore some of that youngness out there and see if we can get them caught off guard and miss a line so we can get some big touchdowns.
That's Will Bland from J.H. Rose. Coach, thanks so much for your time. I know it's precious this time of the year, but we wanted to have you on to preview the Big Carolina 3A, 4A, and good luck this week against New Hanover. And I'm pretty sure we'll be contacting you and trying to get you hooked up Friday night for live shots and that kind of thing. And you're very gracious to do most of those things all the time when we ask, so we certainly appreciate that. But good luck this week.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Always glad to be on.
All right, Will Bland, the head coach at J.H. Rose. Shifting gears a little bit now, we're going to head to South Central High School and Chris Cherry. Rose was picked second in the preseason coaches poll. South Central was picked last. They were 1-9, 0-6 last year, and Chris Cherry decided to go from basketball to football to try his hand there. I talked to Chris first day of practice, and he said his goal before he retired is to turn this South Central program around. Coach Cherry, how has summer practice been so far?
It's going well. It's going well. Kids are working hard, getting better each day, and that's all you can really ask for.
I asked you that day what the biggest difference was between coaching basketball and coaching football, and the one thing that stuck with me was you said the main difference is just the numbers, right?
Yeah, it's just the numbers game. You're dealing with a bigger staff, of course, and so it's a lot more of a delegation of duties.
Okay, we're doing the show live. I turned around to look at Clip Brock, and all I saw was a mouthful of spaghetti. I mean, it was he's trying to sneak in lunch while we're doing it. That was a nice sight there, Clipper. I appreciate that.
I'll share some with you after this interview.
I don't want any of that spaghetti because some of them went back in the bowl. But that was good stuff. Chris Cherry, the head coach at South Central, joining us. Kinston comes to town coming up on Friday night. Coach, what do you see in the Vikings?
Athletic bunch, you know, he was a very athletic, have multiple playmakers outside, defensively, even fronts, like to move people around, so it'll be a good challenge for us.
When you look at your ball club and your program coming off that 1-9 year, 0-6 in the conference, you know, part of coaching is teaching kids how to win. Sometimes you have to teach them how to lose as well. But when you've had the problems that they had last year at South Central, how hard has that been? How do you instill a winning attitude?
You just have to emphasize the little things and emphasize, you know, winning each and every day. You know, you don't worry about winning games until you can win, you know, each and every day. You know, you just take little wins like getting to practice on time, sprint from drill to drill, just being very competitive and winning, and you want to stack good days together. That's always been one of my major points, whether it's football early on in my career, basketball. than football. Again, it's just winning the day, you know, and that's where it has to start.
So I remember when my son came along and D.H. Conley was really struggling. And his senior year, he said, Dad, I just don't know if I want to play because we didn't win last year. We're not we're supposed to win this year. And I talked him into playing, and I think he would have really missed it if he hadn't. But that is something, too, you know, when kids look at it and they're not quite sure. Now, with you taking over and they've seen how much you've been a winner in basketball, I'm sure that kind of helps the cause. But that's a different aspect of it, too, isn't it?
Oh yes, you know our kids, you know, they, you know, senior classes had a tough couple of years, and you know, so you have some kids, of course, that didn't want to play anymore because of those issues. But at the same part, you know, you get some kids that haven't played before that's come up, and you know, our numbers have gradually gone up, and right now we're probably right at 98 to 100 kids.
And that's a good number as far as South Central goes. When you look at your non-conference schedule, how important is it, you know, to pick up a couple of wins there before you hit the gauntlet that is the Big Carolina 3A, 4A?
Man, Brian, I'll be real honest with you, man. Hey, my whole focus in taking over this thing is it's going to be a day-by-day process. We just want to win today.
Right.
To win today practice, man. I'm just be real honest with you, you know, and we will come back on Tuesday. We want to win Tuesday. You know, we haven't, you know, looked at the wins and losses. We're just going to get better every day. And like I told the kids, the first thing we have to do is make this program a competitive program. And if we make it a competitive program by stacking good days together, everything else will take care of itself.
And, you know, you look at the conference, you know, when you think basketball in the Big Carolina 3A, you think South Central, right? When you look at the other teams, and the conference hasn't been that difficult as far as basketball goes. But when you look at football, I mean, as Will Bland was just saying, and we say it every summer, that every game, I mean, you know, you've got teams that, you know, there's a list of teams, you know, in this conference. Just about everybody in this conference could make a 2 or 3 week run in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, I joke around and call it the SEC West a lot of times.
And it's like that because every, you know, you got the Havelocks of the world. Havelock was picked to win the conference. J.H. Rose was picked second. Jacksonville was picked third. I think it was New Bern and Conley were tied for fourth. I was a little surprised at the New Bern pick, but they're coming with a new coach. And, you know, this conference, as good as it is, we have some new coaches this year, and it takes a while to get some of these guys acclimated, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, man! It's probably one of the best. It is one of the best leagues in the state, and you know, every night it's gonna be a dog fight, and you know, you got to strap it up every night.
All right. So what's the key this week when you guys host the Kinston Vikings?
We got to limit self-inflicted wounds. You know, we can't have the pre-snap penalties. We can't miss a line, and we can't turn the football over.
All right, that's head coach Chris Cherry from South Central. Coach, good luck this Friday night. Good luck the rest of the season. And it's going to be great to see you on the sideline for a football game because we've watched you so many years in basketball and all the successes you've had. And to take a chance with football now, I think it's just it shows the type of leader that I think you are amongst the young men. And maybe they need that over at South Central in the football program.